I'm Bob Moody from Friedman Law Offices in Lincoln, Nebraska. We are often asked about how workers' compensation benefits are calculated. The answer to that question can be very complicated and really should be done on a case-by-case basis by an experienced workers' compensation lawyer. However, we can talk in general terms about how this is done. First, we'll talk about the calculation of temporary disability benefits. The process starts with determining your average weekly wage. Usually this is done by actually averaging out on a weekly basis the gross wages that you have earned for as much of the last 6 months as you worked for that employer. If you are missing work while recovering from an accident, your temporary disability benefit should equal 2/3 of your average weekly wage. However, there is a maximum amount that can be paid per week for these benefits. That maximum changes every year and is currently about $700 per week. Temporary disability is not paid for the first week that you miss from work, unless you are eligible for benefits for more than 6 weeks. Once you get past the first 6 weeks, they may need to go back and pay for that first week as well. Temporary disability is usually paid until your doctors release you to go back to work, or until you have reached the point where you're not going to get any better. They call that maximum medical improvement. Even if you are not yet back to work, when you reach maximum medical improvement, your temporary disability benefits will stop. After that, we have to look at whether or not you're eligible for permanent disability benefits, and if so, how much. If you're allowed to return to work while you're recovering from an injury, but you don't earn as much as you did before the accident, either because you're restricted in the amount of hours that you can work or you're receiving reduced pay, you may be eligible for temporary partial disability, which would probably be about 2/3 of the difference between your average weekly wage and the amount you actually earn on restricted duty. In the next installment of our blog, we'll talk about the calculation of permanent disability benefits. If you have questions, call Friedman Law Offices at 800-876-1093. There's never a charge to find out if we can help you. Feel free to leave a comment on our blog if you'd like, and use the share button if you know someone else who might benefit from this information. Thanks for logging in.